Lyric, you can start us off.
Hello, Miss K. Thank you for taking the time out to meet with us. My name is Lyric, and I am here with my team, Kaden, Blessing, and today, each of us will share our perspectives and address the issue of wireless devices being allowed in school during teaching and learning hours. We also will share our thoughts on how this policy impacts student learning and classroom engagement.
So I want to kind of put us into perspective. Today we're going to meet Anna. Anna is a 15-year-old high schooler who, like most high schoolers, first thing that she does is she opens her phone in the morning, whether it's scrolling through social media, which can be Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok nowadays, whether it's looking at the most trendy clothes that are online. That's the first thing that's stimulating Anna's mind when she wakes up for the day for school. That being said, she's getting ready for breakfast, she's eating for breakfast, and she's still on her phone, still being stimulated either by the positive or the negative impact of her phone. She gets on the bus to get to school, and what does she use as her entertainment? On her phone. Again, could be positive, could be negative. Looking at social media, could be looking at the negative impacts of social media, whether that be cyberbullying, whether that be someone writing a negative comment on one of her posts on Instagram. That's what's sticking with Anna's mind while she's now going to school. So by the time that her teacher is asking her questions about her history content, she's not able to recall it. Same thing can be said by the end of the year when she has to recall all the information from her class. She's not able to recall it because during school time, she's been distracted on her phone. Just her phone being in her pocket, it has been distracting for her with it be buzzing for notifications. But as the adults and as legislation, we're able to actually help our youth by implementing a phone ban. That being said, that would help increase test scores, increase concentration in the classroom, and be able to positively impact the lives of our youth, including Anna.
According to the Journal of American Medical Association, 13 to 18-year-olds spend on average 70 minutes a day on their phone at school. Even when you take out a whole 30-minute lunch where they might be on their phone, that's still 40 minutes a day while they're on their phone in class. That's almost a whole period, a whole class period. These kids primarily on social media apps like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, like I said earlier, they want to communicate and they want to know what's going on in the world. From a recent nationwide poll of teachers, 33% said that phones are a major problem and are a major distraction, with the highest percentage of the high school teachers saying this. Even at 33%, that is one out of every three students that is distracted during class. In a class of 30 students, this might be 10 of them are paying attention. It becomes hard for teachers to do their job when so many students aren't doing their job. When cell phones are bad, it's because they're distracting. They're texting, there's social media, there's games students are playing. Uh, they're just not focusing on school. There's less bullying. Uh, Without phones, easier to call people names and make fun of people without doing it straight to their face. There's a barrier between you and the person you're bullying, so there's not a direct consequence from calling people these names. Another reason these phones can be bad are cheating. There's so much AI and Google now that you can just type in whatever, and just like that, you have the answer to what you're looking for. It's pretty easy to make sure the teacher can't see what you're doing because you can just type it in real quick under the desk. Uh, Another reason why phones could be banned is because of the social interaction you can get out of it. No phones mean that kids would actually have to talk to each other and interact with each other. Kids can make friendships, they can develop social skills. Most jobs after school are you have to talk to people, you have to go out of your way to show them what you're doing. For a lot of kids, this can be a big jump and scary because they're been sitting around this phone communicating their whole life. by developing these skills at school, you can take pressure off them, and it's kind of a low stakes where they can build these skills for their future. The most important part of the not having phones in school would be the academic performance, not being focused on the phone, being focused on learning. As you can see in this graphic here, that once the school in Florida banned phones, as seen at the middle line, test scores improved gradually and eventually improved a lot. So why are these phones so bad in school? It's because they're always in everyone's pockets. You have quick access to them all day long. Students can feel the vibration they get when they get a notification. So when you get a notification, you're kind of thinking, oh, what's that? We want to continue to see what is happening each time you get one. So you want to take out your phone and check. With that said, parents should do a better job in limiting communication efforts during the day. They know you're at school. Uh, no parent is happy when their child doesn't respond to them all day and takes 8 hours, but so there's an increased pressure to the student to get out their phone and respond right away because they don't want their mom to yell at them when they get home. Also, phones are just brought out because of comforts. You want to go on your phone so you can get away from school, so your brain can wander off to something and bring you a little enjoyment. Overall, there's just too much of an urge for students at school to be on their phones, and we're seeing consequences because of this.
So with all of that being said, today we are here to respectfully urge you to support Assembly Bill 948, which is a measure that promotes a more focused, safe, and effective learning environment for students. This bill takes a balanced step-by-step approach. For phase one, which is planned to be implemented by July 1st, 2026, it requires school boards to implement policies that generally prohibit the use of wireless communication devices, including cell phones, tablets, laptops, and gaming devices during instructional time. This will allow for students to stay engaged in learning without the constant distraction of technology. For the second phase of this plan, which is planned to be implemented by July 1st, 2027, this policy expands to cover the entire school day, including passing periods, recess, and lunch. This gradual transition gives schools, students, and families time to adjust while reinforcing the consistent expectations. And this bill is not just about removing access when it truly matters. It also allows for necessary exceptions for emergencies, healthcare needs, and accommodations under IEPs and 504 plans. It also allows for teachers to authorize device use for educational purposes where they see fit, and also allows schools to make other exceptions where they find reasonable. Schools also have the option to implement practical solutions like phone storage systems or even restrict device possession entirely, depending on just what works best for the community. Overall, the goal of this bill is to support student success. It reduces distractions, improves focus, and still protects student safety and well-being. With all of this in mind, we respectfully ask for your support in Assembly Bill 948, which helps to create a more productive learning environment for all students.
Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or concerns, material submitted along this presentation, so please feel free to reach out to any one of us and we will be glad to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you.